morning, y'all. Oh, I just said good morning, and it is like 2:30 p.m. Good afternoon, y'all, and happy new moon in Cancer. We're gonna do a collective reading. This reading is gonna be for whatever collective I'm being called to read for. Collective readings will not resonate with everybody. Every single collective reading is different. Every single collective reading can be for a completely different collective. So make sure you use your own discernment. Make sure you're honest and truthful with yourself. Don't make something fit if it doesn't fit. I'm not asking for a certain number of cards. I'm just asking for whatever message this collective needs to hear right now. Also, please remember that new moons are a time of action and actually getting stuff done, putting work and effort in. They're a time to be open-minded to new relationships, new habits, new thought patterns, new perspectives, new beliefs, all that good stuff. They're also a great time to charge your crystals. Mine are actually outside charging right now, and then I also make moon water every full moon and new moon. So what's going to happen is after they charge today and overnight, when I wake up in the morning, I'll take a jar of my moon water and put it in a big bowl, and I will rinse all of my crystals in that moon water before I replace them wherever they go in our home, wherever we normally have them. The moon water kind of helps just cleanse their energy and boost their powers on top of charging in the sun and the moon. This message seems kind of short today. I don't know if we're going to call any other cards. We have 4. 2 are reversed and 2 are upright. But I'm not really getting... Also, remember, if you want to know how a new moon or full moon affects you the most, you need to refer to your natal chart. Today's new moon is in Cancer, so what you would do is you would go look at your natal chart. If you have any placements in Cancer, it can be a planet or it can be another placement, like your North Node, South Node, Medium, Coli, Lilith, Chiron, all that. Also, you can look at whatever placements in Cancer, look at what house they set in astrological house, and that will tell you the exact area of your life that's going to be affected by this new moon, or the exact area that needs action and change and new right now. And if you've never read your natal chart, go to Google, type in natal chart calculator. I use AstroSeek. I love AstroSeek. I have 0 Cancer placements. My daughter has 0, but my son has... Wait, no, that's not true. I think my daughter's Venus is in Cancer, and Venus represents love. So Venus, like, represents our attraction and what we're attracted to, what we believe in love, what we believe about love, what we want from love. Hers is in Cancer. So with her Venus being in Cancer and it being a new moon, she's basically, in her brain, she's learning new perspectives and beliefs around love. She's learning new, maybe like her own new perspectives and beliefs, maybe what she believes love should be. Like, she's learning new things in her own Venus area in her life. My son, I think his Cancer was in, I think his North Node is in Cancer. I can't remember. They're hanging on my wall. I just looked at them. I think his North Node is in Cancer. And if that's true, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not incorrect, I may be incorrect, but I don't think I'm incorrect. But the South Node and North Node, the South Node is basically like who we can be if we don't ourselves to grow and evolve, and our north node is our potential of who we can be if we just put the work in and challenge ourselves and push ourselves. So my son's north node is in Cancer, so that's very interesting because that helps me like view him differently and helps me see that like his full potential and who he can be. And he's kind of having like a rebirth in a sense in that area of his life too. He may be starting to see like his potential in a sense, and he's starting to learn that like his choices are his choices, his consequences are his, like he's in control. So that's very interesting for me. We got a couple more cards as I forget to say that before fall out. What's the card doing? Sound effects by me. I'm a whole child. A whole child. No, I wasn't picking my nose. I was scratching my nose. That card was supposed to come out like that. If it was supposed to, it'll come back out. So. Mowing our grass. I could have sworn they were mowing our grass this morning, but no, the backyard is mowed. I think this might be all that we're called to read today. Alright. So we pulled a total of 9 cards, and 4 of those 9 are in reverse. Reverses are not always bad. Sometimes they can be very good. They just help give more insight into what's going on in your life. The first card that we have, I'm trying to figure out what this is traditionally. The first card is the Fates card, but it's reverse. So it's normally like this, but it came out in reverse. So it's called the Fates. I was trying to see if it would tell me. Okay, that is right. Okay, so traditionally this card is the Wheel of Fortune. So if you've ever seen any of my other readings with the Wheel of Fortune card, this deck doesn't have a Wheel of Fortune, but this is basically the Wheel of Fortune. It's just called the Fates. Like every deck is kind of different. I've done some readings with other like traditional decks that have the Wheel of Fortune, so I'll explain that. The Wheel of Fortune is basically a reminder that the wheel keeps turning. The wheel of life keeps turning. If you find yourself, like if you're at the bottom of the wheel and you're struggling, or you're like at rock bottom, or you're just like, things are just not going your way at all, and you're like, why? Just remember the wheel always turns. And if you're at the high and you're like, your life is great, like you have no troubles, no worries, just remember to be humble because that wheel always turns. Change is inevitable. Nothing is meant to stay the same or stay stagnant. And we all have lessons to learn in life. So it's not a matter of like bad happening to you. It's just a cycle of your life that you're on. He makes the weirdest noises. The Wheel of Fortune though. The thing that I like to remember with that is 1, change is inevitable. 2, The high always fall and the low always ascend. Where you are is never where you're meant to stay. You're just meant to kind of learn a lesson and evolve and grow. And that wheel keeps turning. Like, that's the cycle of life. Like, our cycle of life is to have challenges and obstacles and opportunities to grow and heal and evolve. And we're meant to have times of hardship and times of happiness and joy. That's the whole beauty of life. And that's what the Wheel of Fortune represents. But with the Wheel of Fortune, or the fates in reverse, it represents resisting change, misfortune, pessimism, and bad luck. So, you may have a lot of change going on, you may have been going through a lot of change, and maybe you're just like, this is not what I want. I do not accept this. Like, you're kind of being, what is it, like, spoiled about it in a sense. Like, maybe you've always been used to life going your way, life being perfect, and now you're kind of just like, I don't know, like, you're just like stuck in it maybe. Misfortune, bad luck, you're having bad luck, and you're having pessimism where you're kind of just being negative about everything. But it's honestly just a wake up call for you, and it's like, hey, you need to change your perspective. You gotta hold yourself accountable. The way that you respond to things is going to manifest the life that you live, and that's that. Whenever you have something happening in life, something that's challenging you to change, grow, evolve, something that's challenging you to hold yourself accountable and responsible for who you are and who you've chosen to be, the best thing to do is to look it straight in the face and accept it and give yourself peace, give yourself grace, give yourself unconditional love and forgiveness. And then look at where the lesson is, what you can learn from it, how you can grow, how you can evolve, and what you can do to move forward. And that's that. The bad luck is going to come with it, especially with the pessimism. And if you're resisting the change, you're only hurting yourself and your loved ones and those in your life. So keep that in mind. The next card that we have is the Page of Swords, and it is in reverse. And the Page of Swords, it represents the curious mind which investigates and explores the possibilities. But in reverse, it represents gossip, rumors, and disregard for others. So you're probably someone who likes to gossip, and with your pessimism and your bad luck, you've probably always liked to gossip and spread rumors. It's probably something you enjoy. It probably brings you just happiness to feed off of others' pain, or to add to it in a sense. And now you're kind of just realizing that that's manifested into where you are now, and you're continuing to resist change, and you're being like a pessimist about everything, but you're having bad luck. But what you don't realize is that you manifested this energy in yourself on your own. Like, your behavior and how you address other people and address things in society and address other people's hardships, you've manifested your own troubles. And it may be just a lesson for you to understand that gossiping and spreading rumors is like the lowest vibration ever. Like, everyone is on their own unique path. No one has a right to judge anyone. No one has a right to gossip about what people are going through. No one has a right to spread rumors about people. Nobody at all, for any reason, especially when they're not true. Like, there's a thin line between sharing an experience that you had with somebody and sharing your truth, as long as it's honestly what happened and what you experienced. Yes, and you can also control what you say, how you say it, and what words you use. And you can still offer love to those people who have hurt you and not speak ill on them and not spread rumors or gossip about them in an ill manner. And then there's the opposite of the thin line, where you want to hurt people. Like, there's a part of inside of you that thinks hurting people, it brings you happiness and joy. And that's something that you're being called to change right now. With it being a new moon, this is the time for you to change it. Like, this is the time for you to step up and be accountable and say, hey, like, I need to put this work in, or people are not going to want to be a part of my life. And that's basically all there is to it. The next card that we have is the Queen of Swords, and she's upright. And the Queen of Swords represents the ruler through the intellect and direct communication. She represents being strong, intelligent, and unemotional. Now, with the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords may represent these qualities in yourself, or someone with a similar disposition, or someone you look up to, or someone close to you that you look up to, or you see as an idol, or you see as a mentor, or someone, a safe place, someone who's trustworthy, who can give you advice, stuff like that. But if the Queen of Swords represents you, perhaps this card Perhaps this card is calling you to face your feelings and deal with them instead of locking them away. Um, if she is someone else, like not you, but someone around you, if she's someone in your environment, she may represent a woman who is divorced or widowed, who through life's pain has learned to bear her sorrows, and you can go to her for protection or advice, as she contains incredible wisdom. Now remember, if this card represents someone in your life, they may not be divorced or widowed. This card, this card is very general. It could represent somebody who has had pain from relationships or pain from losing somebody they've loved, and it may not even be a romantic relationship. It could just be like family or friends, stuff like that. But it could represent a woman who holds a lot of knowledge when it comes to pain and sorrow, and how to behave and how to handle yourself and how to hold yourself accountable for what you're responsible for, and to release others with what they're responsible for without wanting to hurt them and cause them pain, especially if like you and like other people were both in the wrong and whatever happened between you guys. Like, that's something to really keep in mind. The next card that we have is the Strength card, and it is upright. And that card represents the dynamic life force rising to be integrated and liberated through acceptance and non-resistance. You're being called to tune into your own inner strength. Everything you need is inside of you already. You just have to understand that it's there, and you have to take responsibility and accountability of yourself. You need to accept life for what it is, and don't resist it, because just like the fates in reverse, you are resisting it. You're resisting change. You're not wanting to accept the fact that you have things that you need to change. You have areas you need to grow. And with the strength card, it's telling you with where you are in life right now, you need to find your inner strength. If you want to make it through this challenge and what you're going through right now in this phase of your life, you need to find your strength, and you need to call on it, and you need to show up for yourself. It represents patience, perseverance, compassion, courage, influence, and health. It also is a reminder to have patience for yourself, but also have patience for people around you, and have patience for your life. Have patience for what you're manifesting, what you're wanting to bring into your life. Because when you want to manifest things, you can't manifest them on the physical realm until you do the inner work and make the inner changes in yourself for you to be worthy and in a place of accepting those manifestations, if that makes sense. You have to embody the energy and the truth of the manifestations that you're trying to manifest. The Strength card is just reminding you that you can withstand the storm that you're in. She asks you to lay down the bravado and bluster to find a quiet space of determination, your inner immovable rock. She may be a calling to compassion for yourself and for the people who you come into contact with. That's also a reminder to the gossiping and rumors. You have to have compassion for people, because you can judge someone for where they are, and then you can be in that exact same spot 2 hours later. And you can put yourself there by gossiping and by spreading rumors. And that's how life works. Like, that's literally how life works. You manifest what you put into the world. What you put out comes back to you tenfold at all costs. That is the rule of karma, and no one can escape karma. If you are experiencing unusual or chronic obstacles, strength invites you to consider what you're pushing up against, what change you're resisting. Perhaps the obstacles are reflecting the limits of your personal belief system, and should you wish to push through them, she is here to tell you that you can handle it, and you can handle the work you need to do to change. The next card that we have is the Seven of Cups. Dang it, dude. How did that happen? And the Seven of Cups is upright. She represents that there are many options available and that you need to choose wisely. You do have options in front of you, and you do have solutions in front of you. Imagination is the ultimate creative power we all have access to, and it's the key to any meaningful change. Before we can create something of substance in our world, we must first envision it in the mind's eye. This is the formula for all wonderful creations and accomplishments, big or small. A vital ingredient in living a meaningful and fulfilling existence is by using our imagination to its full extent as a powerful ally. What's wrong, Bubba? Okay, whenever she's here, we'll show her. Thank you, Bubba. The Seven of Cups also illustrates the importance of daydreams and wishful thinking, and suggests that this time is right to settle on which of these fantasies you would like to turn into reality. become so bogged down with the myriad of choices available that you refuse to take a stand or commit to a position. Illusions fade when looked at directly, and this is the approach one must take with the more outrageous dreams. That which remains after such scrutiny will only be strengthened, and with it your commitment to them. This is also representative of wishful thinking, options, perspective, and identity. So this card is basically challenging you to step up and understand that right now is the time to make changes and that it's on you. And even if your life is in a position that you may be like, oh, how do I get out of this? How do I grow from this? How do I come back from this? There's always an opportunity to change and to be better. Everyone deserves an opportunity to change. Everyone deserves the life they want to live. Everyone deserves to make changes when they do things wrong, because we're human. Everyone does wrong.
Did you hear that?
No, I'm busy.
No, in the living room, Sophie just farted.
That's gross. Mommy's busy
She
though.
farted on mine.
Okay, I'll be there in a minute. Thank you, bud. Love you. That's gross. The dog farted and her farts. That's gross. Like, but also, this card is just like telling you, like, hey, the only person that's going to change where you are is you, and right now is the best time to do it. So you need to get up and you can sit and you can think. Like, use your imagination. Like, even if the life you're in right now is not where you want to be and it's not where you imagine yourself being, where do you want to be? What kind of life do you want to live? Who do you want to be as a human being? Who do you want to be? Really sit down and brainstorm. Use your imagination. Think of like a life that you would be proud of living. Think of a life that would flourish, that you would flourish in, that you would be great in, you would be healthy in, and that you would be a better person in. And you can sit and you can come up with different brainstorms. You can brainstorm different ideas and settle on one and work on it. Just make a game plan, set goals, break your big goals into smaller goals. That way you can stay focused and motivated and keep moving. You have to do it. You have to call in your inner strength. You have to do it. Nobody can do it for you. The next card that we have is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is in reverse. The Four of Wands is representative of the welcome arrival of something or someone long awaited. This card usually represents romantic love coming in, genuine like support and what word am I looking for? Connection, I guess. But in reverse, it represents delays, incomplete initiation, and correcting mistakes. So maybe you've had like a certain love or certain someone that's destined to be in your life, that you're destined to be with, but right now it's being delayed because of who you've been or choices you've made, mistakes you've made. You're not worthy of receiving it right now. You're not in a place to receive it, because if you did receive that love right now, you wouldn't know what to do with it. Like, you would just self-sabotage it because of who you are in this moment, like who you've chosen to be in this moment. Like, you wouldn't even know what to do with it. You would self-sabotage it. So basically, like, the universe is kind of helping you out by keeping it away in a sense, because it's giving you an opportunity to fix your wrongs and right your wrongs and make your changes, like your inner changes, like change your beliefs, your perspectives, your energy, your approach to life, change how you treat people and those around you. But right now, yeah, it's delayed and it's not coming in right now, and who knows when it will come in. But there is a love out there for you. There is someone out there who's meant for you. It's just a matter of you doing the work to become the person who can treat it correctly and respect it and show up as a beautiful human and a worthy human and a capable human of showing up in that relationship and that connection as the other person deserves just as much as you deserve. But right now, you're not at that place. The next card we have is the World card. This one is also traditionally like the Universe card, the World card. It represents things coming full circle in a difficult journey reaching its end and a completion of a life lesson. So right now, it also represents integration, accomplishment, fulfillment, success, reward, travel, and completion. So right now, with all the other cards and where you are in life, you're really coming full circle. I'm getting like energy that these cards, like the story it's telling, that like gossiping and rumoring who you've been, like who you've been in the past and how you treat people, how you address things, how you handle yourself, your own actions, your own beliefs and perspectives, and who you are, who you have been and are right now on the inside. It's coming full circle. Who you've been is basically who you've been your whole life, almost. Like who you are right now and what you're struggling with is what you've always struggled with. This is who you've always been, who you've always shown up as, and you've thought like, oh, this has always gotten me through life and gotten me what I wanted. But now, like, the universe is smacking you in your face and giving you a full this is not who to be. You may have manipulated your way through life in the past, and that's great. Especially if you were underage due to different traumas and stuff. Yes, you're still gonna find a way through life. But now that you're a grown adult, like you're in your position and you got yourself here, it's on you to get yourself out, and it's just a full circle moment. You're understanding that like you are capable of success, you are capable of having fulfillment, you are capable of accomplishing your dreams, you are capable of being a great person, you are capable of being a great human being for other humans. But it's on you to get yourself there. And that's your full circle moment. You're realizing that you have put yourself where you are, you have made your decisions, and now your consequences of those decisions are coming to you. And the trick is to find the lesson and find the opportunity of growth and healing. And that's all there is to it. It's a full circle moment. The next card we have is the Hermit card, but it is in reverse. The Hermit card usually represents like isolation, kind of pulling away from people, pulling away from external influences and kind of grounding in yourself. And usually doing that is a healthy thing. But with this being in reverse, it represents isolation, loneliness, withdrawal, self-absorption, and self-pity, and almost like a victim mindset. So when it's upright, the Hermit card is great. The Hermit card means like it's okay for you to take a step back, because usually that means that external influences are trying to manipulate you and hurt you and control your destiny. But in this case, it's the exact opposite. You're trying to make it out to seem that way to people. You're trying to tell people like, oh, pity me, like people are doing these things to me, this is being done to me, like pity me, like I'm the victim here, when in reality you're not the victim at all. In reality, you're actually the person that's put you here, and you're actually snitching on yourself by saying that people are doing things to you. You're actually confessing what you've done to other people. And you found yourself in a form of isolation and loneliness. Maybe people don't want to be around you. Maybe you don't fit in because of who you've been. And now you're withdrawing, and now you're becoming absorbed in yourself, and you're having pity for yourself, like, oh, pity me, oh, pity me. And it's like, nope, that's not the way to go. Let go of that. You have to find a way to let go of that. You have to find a way to switch your perspective, hold yourself accountable, and understand that that's only going to dig you deeper in this hole you've dug, and you're only going to keep going down this path if you don't step up, change your perspective, and put the work in that you need to put in, because it's on you. Like, you're accountable for yourself, and you're responsible for yourself, nobody else. The last card that we have is the Lover's card. The Lover's card is not representative of romantic love like the Four of Wands. It's representative of love for yourself, self-love and self-care. You are going to need self-love and self-care to get through this awakening that you're going through. It's like a spiritual awakening. It's like an initiation into like the next level of your life. It's an opportunity for growth and change. And you need to give yourself love. Do not become your own worst enemy. Do not get into that self-pity and be like, oh, pity me, and then go into these horrible habits that just keep digging you down into this hole. You need to give yourself love. You have to show up for yourself. Make sure you're doing self-care. That means paying attention to your sleep habits, paying attention to your eating habits, your diet habits, your work and play habits. Also paying attention to how you show up for yourself. That can come into like hygiene and taking care of yourself on a regular basis. That can come into taking care of your mental health. It can come into just showing up for yourself how you need to, because it's your responsibility. No one else is responsible for fixing your wrongs but yourself, but you are capable of growing. You are capable of being better. You're capable of being whoever you want to be. But it's only going to happen if you put the work in. If you don't put the work in, you're going to keep going down this rabbit hole, and it's only going to, every time, it's going to get harder to come out of, because you're going to get deeper and deeper and deeper. So, my advice is just rip that band-aid off. It's a new moon. It is time for action. Whatever you've done, forgive yourself. That's a part of self-love. If you've been wrong, if you've been hurtful to people, okay. Like, accepting it is the first step to changing it and becoming better. You can't heal what you don't reveal, if that makes sense. Like, that's one of my favorite things to say. You can't heal what you don't reveal. If you've done wrong, look yourself in the mirror and go, yeah, I did that. Like, I did that. Take full accountability. Full accountability. Give yourself love. Forgive yourself for who you've been. Do not fall into self-pity or victim mentality. Forgive yourself and understand that you are capable of correcting your wrongs. And then do the inner work that you deserve to do and that others deserve for you to do. for you to be healthy, to be around other people and be in people's lives, and for people to want you to be in their lives, because people do love you. But you're probably hard to be around right now. But it's not impossible. You just need to hold yourself accountable and understand that you're responsible for the consequences of your choices at all costs every single day. And remember that what energy you choose to put into this world every single second of every single day will always find its way back to you tenfold. It's the rule of karma. No one escapes karma. So just understand where you've done wrong, what you've done wrong, who you've done wrong by. Um, Commit to doing the inner work and to change yourself. Maybe let go of old habits, old beliefs, old perspectives, old thought patterns, old actions, old behavior, and adapt to new ones, adopt new ones. Um, do your best to become healthier, and then try later on down the road, like if you do this work, you can help people through these stages that they go through. Like you can say, hey, I've been there and it's a rough place, but you can come out of it and you can become even stronger, because I promise you, you can. So just know that I believe in you. I believe that you're worthy. You deserve everything that you dream of in this life, but you are also responsible for making sure that you're worthy of it, and that you're in a place of accepting it, and that you're in a place of respecting it and keeping it, and feeding it and keeping it alive and healthy. It all starts with you. All the work starts with you. I hope this finds whoever it's meant to find, and I hope you guys have a great week. Happy New Moon, guys.